What's going on, guys? This is Empty Box, and this is iRacing Battle of the Little Wings. This is a Week 13 fun series. We'll be doing a 25-minute race here at Imola. We're starting in 35th position. This series has no iRating, no safety rating, or anything like that in effect. We're starting 35th on the grid, and shenanigans will unfold. I will guarantee you 100% certainty there will be carnage in this race. I can guarantee that because it is week 13, which means that everything is made up and the points don't matter, even more so than usual. But now people actually realize it, and they're not being all like, but my precious safety rating, even though it doesn't matter in the first place. But don't tell them that. You know, I'd like them to drive somewhat sane otherwise. But obviously, this is week 13, unofficial race. You never qualify for these races. Who qualifies for this? I mean, come on. You're doing it wrong, man. You got to start in the back, get involved in the carnage.
Green, green, green.
Now, the Formula Renault has the advantage over the Star Mazda. Okay.
Car on your left. You're in the middle.
Ah!
2 wide. Left side. 2 wide. Clear. Slow car ahead.
I don't know if we just hit that guy or he hit
Car
us
on the
or
right. Go left.
or what just happened.
Car on your left. Clear.
No. Left
side.
But the good news is that right front tire is still on the car, so
Car stop on the right.
can't be in too big of a problem.
Slow car ahead. You got a slow car on the right. Go right.
Yeah, please don't flick spin right into the racing line. Hey, Camo Bro!
Car right. Still there. Hold your line. Clear on the right.
I was running a camouflage paint scheme. I got the same thing going on. I like the sponsor camo, but I don't know what that was at the start. We'll have to go back and review that, but hey, it's week 13. Shenanigans, right? This is carnage. Carnage. The whole race is the carnage report. You know, the last race at the DW12 at Atlanta, you guys were complaining that I forgot to put the carnage report in, because that does occasionally still happen.
Keep to the left.
Here you go.
Stay on the left. Clear on the right. Right side. Clear on the right.
Just one giant, hopefully 25-minute plus long carnage report. Where you gonna go? Car's driving perfectly fine, it seems, so whatever happened, it might have been net code. But again, to be entirely honest, I really don't even have a clue what happened. I could have just driven right into the side of the guy.
Go left.
Woo! Once the field spreads out a little bit, then we can get a return to normalcy going on here. Flip flap in the track. I don't know what a flip flap is, but given that this is week 13, yeah, probably a flip flap in the track. And bull crap!
And give up the time gained.
What did do? Ah!
Right side.
Come
On the
on!
right.
You gained 500 thousandths of a second. Give it all back, and then some. Corporal punishment. Yeah, America. I mean, really? But whatever. There's a pack of 4 cars up there. It's week 13. Now I'm behind a blinker because, of course.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
And of course, this little guy would come out of the pits right in front of me. He's gonna pull over.
Car on your left. Clear on
No.
the left.
Howdy doody. This is week 13, which means that iRacing had their updates earlier on in the week, and it was a pretty minor update, actually a very minor update in terms of things listed on the change log. There's really nothing particularly noteworthy. There's now hands that do the arm over, or hand over hand, rotation. So they have proper arm animations that don't stop at 90 degrees, and updated tire sounds, which weren't even in the release notes at all, which I think is quite frankly one of the most major things, as well as it sure as heck feels like they've changed something with the tires, because I've noticed that the running temperatures that I'm seeing are a good bit lower. No, please don't. No, don't do that. But the running temperatures I've been noticing are a good bit cooler, which means that the tires seem to retain their grip a little bit better. Although at the same time, it does seem like cars slide around a bit more. They're more sensitive in terms of understeer and oversteer, whereas previously pretty much everything was just understeer, 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 and then a little bit more understeer. So, I don't know, I could be alone in that. Maybe I'm crazy, because it doesn't say anything in the changelog, but it sure as heck feels like something changed.
Well, you can't hit them bumps, can you? Hey, was there an option to pick the Renault over the Mazda?
You talking about that?
No, people just ended up driving the Renault purely by random chance. I don't know. It's conspiracy.
Yeah, it gave me a contact, so I thought I'd stay away from you. Sorry to damage.
No! Don't! Really, dude? You are a lap down.
Yeah, I hit them corners by myself.
You nearly just got everybody killed. Okay, we're through. It's like stopped coming out of the corner, just like, oh hey, I'm gonna let you through.
Thank you. Hey, why are there Mazdas and Renaults?
It's almost like this is a fun series designed for fun during week 13 here in iRacing, where they do things that they don't normally do. But why are there Renaults in the Star Mazda race? I mean, really? Did you not check the button that said what you're going to be racing? Eh? Just go ahead and scrape the snot out of the underside there. I have to say, I haven't driven this car for a little while, and it's fun. It zips around the track. That's for dang sure. A little sketchy there.
Slow car ahead, car stop on the left. Go right.
That's going to be a freebie. So let's see where we are to this car in front of us. 5.6 at the bridge. because you always want to go ahead and measure it to the same spot, but it looks like he just pulled off anyways. So it's going to be between me and this guy, it seems, here for a race.
You're in the top 10.
Really, between the sound update and whatever they may or may not have done to the tire model, it definitely feels like you can get away with a bit more than what you used to be able to. Yeah, it's definitely not, you know, oh hey, they fixed everything, now racing physics are perfect, and the tires are no longer super sensitive to temperature and anything like that, because that's definitely not the case. But it does seem different. And hope that guy had a barf bag on board. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I've seen tire temperatures being a good bit lower, even in the same conditions. So I really do think they changed something, and they just didn't tell us. Or alternatively, one of the things that they did change has an effect on something else, sort of unintentionally. So it looks like we're maybe a tick faster than this guy. We're running overall here. Up in the top 10. It's podium in class. Well, I will say, still hate the gearbox in this car. Thank you, sir. May I have another gear? No? Okay.
If you want around me, Marvin, holler at me.
Yeah, I'm faster in some parts and you're faster in others.
Looks like that car up there. Yeah, another one for position. Man, oh man, this is actually my second race here at Imola. My first race was the one previous.
Slow car ahead.
You know, obviously here in iRacing. I've done probably like 1 billion laps around this track throughout the years, and it's definitely one of my favorites. So hopefully we'll get the slipstream and we'll dispose of this guy. We don't quite seem to be making any ground. Come on, come in.
Left side, clear.
There we go. Would have liked second through there, but I guess third is all I'll get. Should have asked nicer. Should have been like, please, Formula Renault 2.0 transmission. May I please have second gear at this moment? Although I guess I should probably speak in the gearbox's native language, which I'm not sure where the gearbox in this car comes from, so...
I'm broke, Thurston.
So I don't know, but fortunately it's probably not a Renault gearbox, which means I don't have to speak French, because I don't know French. at all. Except for wee wee, which all of my French viewers are now suddenly incredibly offended. I'm sorry. Hey, you gotta have fun. You gotta have fun. We'll just pretend that didn't happen for everybody's betterment here. This guy's pulling out a little bit of gap here. Although as soon as I say that, we just, you know, just close in like nobody's business. Avoid the curb. Although one thing I will say that I really like that they added, finally, tear-offs on the open wheel cars, which means that your virtual visor gets dirty. Which they've had dirty windshields on, you know, tin tops for really a fair while now, but they're finally getting around to applying the same thing to open wheel cars, which that's just glorious. But again, you know, that's really such an insignificant feature. I mean, it's really cool in my opinion, but I mean, it's not. Oh my god, iRacing, take my money because it got dirt on the open wheel visors and things. Yay!
You guys are pretty bad.
But really, this build was, I mean, quite clearly just a predecessor to dirt and getting everything, you know, as prepared. You know, they said that dirt's pretty far in the pipeline, and you know, maybe something that they release mid-season, which hopefully they do, because I'm really excited for dirt sprint cars. So it's not surprising that this season's build was really quite small and quite light on features. But obviously you got to have the tear-offs if you're going to have dirt, because otherwise you know, you're just not getting all muddy. Where's the fun in that? Seems like this guy's pace has really dropped off. Oh goodness.
Go right.
Oh goodness.
Left side.
That was the quick, let's get through this hole before he closes it on us.
Car on your left. Clear.
Where everybody just goes in the corner way too quick because you see a car off there and you're like, I want to make sure I get there before he gets to where I'm going to end up being. That way it's clear that, you know, don't steal my racing line from me.
Go left.
Okay, it seemed like this guy's pace was slipping, so we'll see if we can pull away from him. Seven minutes left. Of course, we do have quite heavy traffic. This race did have something like 43 cars. And seriously, the gearbox in this car can go ahead and die in a fire. Not a fan. Not a fan at all.
Car stop on the right.
Sketch factor. about 8.5 right there. That was pretty sketchy. Oh great, we're being forced to pass into a corner I really am not ready to pass it in. In a way, I'm really not ready to pass it in, so... Hey, it's Camo Bro!
Right side.
Oh, he's got the National Guard delivery going. I just got the, I like camouflage. All these ones are camo. It's a good look. At least in my opinion. And no, I don't own anything that's actually camouflage. So, yeah. Otherwise known as, I'm not a hunting guy or anything like that. I just like camo, yeah. So far this video has been half about paint schemes and camouflage on them. Half about crapping your pants as you try and avoid the carnage. Another half about smashing into things right at the start and somehow car being like seemingly miraculously perfectly fine. Or alternatively I had the setup totally wrong and it just happened to work out that I made the car better. And then another half of new build talk, I guess. The things that happen on this channel, I tell you what. Okay, no need to rush it. Big old slipstream here. We should be a bit faster in a straight line, especially once we get higher in the speed range. There we go.
Right side. Clear.
Pogo, pogo, pogo. Hey, we got a battle going on up there for second and third in the Star Mazda class, you know. Given it's week 13, could we get a few more freebies? Don't rule it out. It could happen. It is week 13. It ain't over till it's over. Mainly because I'm likely to wreck before the end of this race. Because that's what I do. At least in week 13. Really, again, you know, I'm telling you, they did something with the tires. And again, this ain't me saying, oh my God, it's amazing. Go out, resubscribe and everything. Best tire model ever. But, find it bizarre that there's nothing in the change log. Except for the V8 supercar new tires, but... actually, on the topic of V8 supercar, if you have that car in iRacing, definitely give it a go because it actually handles like a car. I know. It's just like, screw this, I'll just use third gear. You ain't gonna give me second anyways, might as well just use third. But it's quite different than when I last drove it, which admittedly it had been a while. But You know, typically in iRacing, that's kind of been one of those cars that's... Well, you know, we'll put it this way. It tests the tire model to its limits because it's a big, fat, heavy car. You know, and you kind of got to drive it a little bit sideways, which highlights the tire temperature sensitivity issue that iRacing tires do have.
They say you cut the course. You'll have to slow down.
Bull crap!
Time gained.
It's you know, it's definitely worth giving it a go if you have that car and you're probably in that group of people that's always wanted to give that car a go, but always felt the thing drove like crap. Might actually be worth taking a look at. This is actually pretty fun, and it's way more predictable than what it has been pretty much ever here in iRacing. See, I don't feel entirely confident that previously here in iRacing I would have been able to catch that. Like, that's... moments like that are the sort of thing that really do make me think that something has changed. And they just simply put, haven't said anything. Because, I mean, honestly, I don't even think it's the sounds of the tires. Because, I mean... While commentating as well as, you know, focusing and all that, plus the fact I don't have the tires cranked up to, you know, 90 billion decibels. You know, I barely can even hear the tires as it is, because that's kind of how I like it, but I don't know, man. I think they might have bamboozled us. I think they left something out on purpose. It's a test. Or I'm crazy. I don't know. And yay! I finally finished a week 13 race this week 13. Yeah! Should have waited across the finish line. It is week 13. You never know what could happen. But,
There's the flag. It's over.
let's see if we
Great
can
job.
find
Did
a
really well.
gear. See if we can drift it. I know we're not gonna be able to drift it, but we'll see how fast we end up in snap death, you know, scenario going on. Otherwise known as pretty much the same. Pretty much the same. Then again, are you really supposed to drift a open wheel formula car? I don't know. I don't really think so. But that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed. Aight, bye. Alrighty, so let's begin with the Carnage report. We're going to take a look at the start here, and then the Carnage report will resume as normal. So, first of all, this 12 car. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe this is a bug, but the grid space is clearly here, and his car is clearly, like, way out of line. Just random position, pretty much. So, I don't know what happened there. Maybe he was plopped into the grid like that, because at that point you couldn't even move the car. You just plopped into the grid here in iRacing in a standing start. So, shenanigans number 1. And then let us kickstart the festivities and the wreckage. I bounce off one car, hit the other car, and then I run away and hide, and all sorts of chaos resumes behind me. But it looks like this guy in the blue and orange and white car, he was kind of going to the left to go around the Pro Mazda, which is a good bit slower on the starts. And then, yeah, we're basically trying to occupy the same space, and, you know, bad things happen. I'm going to the right, he's going to the left, and eventually we meet in the middle, and then chaos happens. So let's go ahead and take a look at the chaos. Apologies in advance. I have my car's rendered setting turned to 35, which normally is more than enough, But in a race that happens to have 45 cars on the grid, which is an abnormal occurrence, you end up with some cars not being rendered, which means that in the replay, in the Carnage report, cars just disappear as they were no longer being sent to my system. So that's why this wreck ends abruptly. I apologize in advance. Would like to see all the carnage, but there'll be more. Trust me. I told you there will be more carnage.